Today we are talking about words. A lot of times I start conversations with people assuming that they understand and recognize my intent. I completely forget that we are coming from totally different environments and circumstances and beliefs, and all around just seeing the world through a completely different lens. So I want to be better about talking without assumption. I want to be better to speak to clarify, and I just want to become more aware all around of the power that my words hold. So I'm very excited for today's message. If you are new with us and you want to learn more about us, you can go to thevenues.org/connect. You can fill out a welcome card there and tell us a little bit about yourself, and somebody will reach out to you. That's also the place to put any prayer requests if you have those. Also today, we are going to be kicking off a next level class right after the service, so it'll be at 10:45 a.m. You'll have about 45 minutes to make it up to the church if you'd like to come and join us for our next level class, where you can ask questions about the church, learn more about our theology, and all of staff will be there. Ben and Philip will be there. We'll all be open to answering any questions you have and just kind of getting to know you. We will be holding this in our auditorium, so there is tons of space to socially distance, and masks will be required. If you don't feel comfortable coming in person, that is fine. You can join us online. You can go to the Next Level page on our website, and there's a link there for you to join our Zoom meeting. Or if you're watching us on Facebook, you can click the link in the comments and you will be directed there. So we do look forward to seeing you, and have a wonderful week.
Gonna set the flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be, this is me.
When I look into the face of my enemy, see my brother, see my brother. When I look into the face of my enemy, see my brother, see my brother. Into the face of my enemy, see my brother, see my brother. When I look into the face of my enemy, see my brother, see my brother. Forgiveness is the garment of our courage, the power to make the peace we long to know. Open up our eyes to see the wounds that bind all of humankind. May us shut our hearts, greet the dawn of light, charity and love. When I look into the face of my enemy, see my brother, see my brother. When I look into the face of my enemy, see my brother, see my brother. When I look into the face of my enemy, see my brother, see my brother. When I look into the face of my enemy, see my brother, see my brother.
I don't wanna have feet of stone. I don't wanna have feet of stone. I wanna follow this river of life where it will have me go. I don't wanna have feet of stone. I don't wanna have a dagger tongue. I don't wanna have a dagger tongue. I don't want my words to be a weapon but a healing balm. I don't wanna have a dagger tongue. I don't wanna have a heavy mind. I don't wanna have a heavy mind. I don't wanna hold these thoughts that are chains of iron. I don't wanna have a heavy mind. I wanna have eyes of love. I wanna have eyes of love. Count the beggar man's life precious as my own. Offer my back for my brother.
skies of love.
We've all heard the phrase, we've used the phrase, sticks and stone may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And we all know that's not true. There's a group by the name of, I always want to call them Hudson Hawk, but it's called Hawk Nelson. A few years ago, the band members thought about that phrase, sticks and stones, and they realized that it's not true. Words really do hurt. And they write about that, sing about that in this song that they've called Words.
They made me feel like a prisoner. They made me feel set free. They made me feel like a criminal. They made me feel like a king. They've lifted up my heart, places I've never been, and they've dragged me down, back to where I begin. And words can build you up, words can break you down, start a fire in your heart or put it out. Let my words be life, let my words be truth. I don't wanna say a word unless it points the world back to you. We can heal the heartache, speak over the fear. God, your voice is the only thing that we need to hear. Words can build you up, words can break you down, start a fire in your heart or put it out. Let my words be life, let my words be truth. I don't wanna say a word unless it points the world back to you. Let the words I say be the sound of your grace. I don't wanna say a word unless it points the world back to you. I wanna speak your love, not just another noise. I wanna be your light, I wanna be your voice. Let my words be life, let my words be truth. I don't wanna say a word unless it points the world back to you. Let the words I say be the sound of your grace. I don't wanna say a word unless it points the world back to you. I don't wanna say a word unless it points the world back to you. I don't wanna say a word unless it points the world back to you.
Well, welcome to our series, Party of Life. When you go to a party, have you ever met that guy? Well, if you haven't met that guy, the chances are you could be that guy. That guy at a party is a person who uses really inappropriate language, who goes on and on and on with their stories, and with that guy's words, a world is created. A world at a party that many of us want to escape. And that brings us to our thoughts today, that words have power to create worlds. Words can be a superpower. On average, 16,000 words come out of your mouth every day. That adds up to a whopping 860.3 million words said in the average American's lifetime. So the question is, with all those words, with all that power, are we using that power for good or for bad? With that power, we can create worlds. Let me introduce you to Abraham Joshua Heschel. He is a rabbi. He was born in Poland in 1907. The Nazis eventually killed his mother and 3 of his sisters, and the Gestapo deported the rabbi, but he was able to escape to London about 6 weeks before the Nazis invaded Poland. Well, the rabbi ended up in New York City, where he taught seminarians, people training for the rabbi, to speak out against social injustices. You see, Rabbi Heschel knew that Adolf Hitler did not rise to power through guns and tanks. He knew that Hitler rose to power through words. Words of hate, words of racism, words caused the Holocaust. And from that experience, the rabbi created this phrase, words create worlds. He got that phrase as he goes back to the myth of creation found in Genesis chapter 1, where it is said that God said something 8 times. 8 times in Genesis 1, we read, God said, and each time something was created. Words created the world. Our words create a world. So my question for you today is, what world did words create for you? And what world are your words creating today? Think of the world that these words created. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 5. Slaves, obey your earthly masters with respect and fear, and with sincerity of heart, just as you would obey Christ. Those words created a world of slavery, of dehumanization, of horrific atrocities, of white privilege, of systemic racism. Those words created a world. Think about these words and the world they created. Submit yourselves for the Lord's sake to every human institution, whether to a king as the one in authority, and then the writer goes on. Those words were used to create a world in which governments were allowed to commit atrocities and injustices, and people were taught based on these words not to oppose those governments, not to speak out against those atrocities. These words created a world. The writer says that women should be silent in the churches, for they are not permitted to speak. Rather, let them be in submission. And he goes on and quotes a law. Those words created a world where the female gender have been diminished and sidelined. Now, these words were written in another time, another place, another culture, but they are still used in our time, in some places, in some cultures today, to create worlds of hurt. Now, the actions that we have seen have been planted with words of hatred. What we saw this week in the Capitol of the United States, what we witnessed this week, were acts that were created with words. So, with words having the power, with words being the seeds and the actions being the fruit, what kind of world are we creating with our words? Let me ask you this question. What words were said to you that shaped your view of you? Take a moment and just to respond online there to any words that were said to you growing up that shaped your view of you. Slut, fat? You're pathetic? Can't you do anything right? What words come to your mind that shaped your sense of who you are? Then we think, how could those small words cause such a big hurt? Some people say, "I'll just forget it, move on. It was just a joke." Well, how could I forget? And how could a joke hurt so much? Author Karen Waddell says, when someone tells you that you have done something that has hurt them, you don't get to decide that you didn't. The message in today's message is we have to take seriously our words. In the Hebrew Scriptures, the Proverbs say, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love its use will eat its fruit." Speaking recklessly is like the thrust of a sword, but the words of the wise bring healing. It's very interesting to me that the Hebrew Scriptures and the writings of Buddha are all on the same page. The Buddha says the tongue is like a sharp knife. It kills without drawing blood. He counsels, speak only endearing speech, speech that is welcomed, speech when it brings no evil to others is a pleasant thing. Proverbs goes on to say, pleasant words are like a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. Paul writes, let your speech always be gracious, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how you should answer everyone. I like these two verses a lot because they're all about food. The writer to the Proverbs say, pleasant words are like a honeycomb, sweet. Are your words sweet? Do people want to take your words and pour it all over whatever they are consuming because it tastes so good? Paul says, let our words be seasoned with salt. Some of my favorite chips are these sea salted chips. There's something about salt that says you can't eat just one. So Paul is saying, are your words so salty that people want more of them? Or are our words rotten? Are they repulsive? And people want nothing to do with them. Honeycomb words and sea salted words. You see, the power to create a world is ours. We have a choice as to what world we will create with our words. I have no idea who J.A. is, but Whitney sent me this text, and it's so very powerful. What you say about your child is literally what they think about themselves. You are the first person to give them a hint about their identity. Be selective in your choice of your powerful words. We have a choice as to what world we will create with our words, but I'm wondering if we take more time choosing our clothes than we do choosing our words. Words matter. Words matter in a nation, in a business, in a school, in a church, in a home. We need to watch what we say and how we say it, because words can wound. Comments have consequences. I've been guilty of not watching my words, and the fact of the matter is, I can repent, but I can't take those words back. Words and toothpaste have a lot in common. What I squeeze, this is some of that weird toothpaste, charcoal toothpaste. What I squeeze and what I say can't be put back in the tube, and it can't be put back in my mouth. I'm going to have to find a Kleenex somewhere to wipe this off of my finger. Messy words, aren't they? I can't get it back in the tube. And these words are leaving a stain on my finger. That's pretty appropriate, isn't it? Our words can leave a stain on people's lives. Be careful what you say. Be careful with your words, because once they are said, they can be forgiven, but not forgotten. Now, as bad as words can be, they can also be good. I love Winnie the Pooh's statement. It is more fun to talk with someone who doesn't use long, difficult words, but rather short, easy words like, what about lunch? Yeah, words can be bad and words can be good, like what about lunch? What are some good words you can say to people that you love or to people that maybe you don't? What kind of positive words can we speak? How about these words? Tell somebody, I was thinking about you. Or ask somebody, what do you think? Or just tell somebody sometime as you're giving them something, I saw this and it reminded me of you. Think about those words that you could say to others that would encourage, that would lift up. Parents, as the text said a moment ago, there are so many things that you and I can do to and for our kids that will shape them when it comes to words. There are so many things that we can say, but I encourage you to put these words and put these phrases in rotation. I love you. What do you think? Tell me one good thing that happened today. Tell me one bad thing that happened today. I am so proud of you for doing, and fill in the blank. How about these words to your child? You make me smile. We all need to hear these words, and I encourage you to put these words in your rotation. Mistakes happen. Let your heart and let your eyes rest and be embraced by these images of Mr. Rogers, who says sometimes we get to change a broken world with our words. So may your words and may my words bring healing to a broken world. Have a really good day.
The Venues is still working tirelessly to meet the needs of people all over our community. If you like what we're doing and you want to support us, you can get on our website at thevenues.org/give, and you can sign up for recurring donations, or you can mail in a check, or you can come by and drop one off in person. We have a mailbox right outside the front doors that you can slide it in, and it's locked, so it'll be safe. Thanks for all you give.